Hey guys! Today we're going to talk about the light fruit abilities. We'll go over the bad sides and the good sides. Let's jump right into the first one. The first ability looks like this. It's this explosion where you shoot out a beam of light. You saw how it works. It reaches out pretty far, like you just saw. For me, it's on the weaker side. It doesn't take off a ton of HP. But for this fruit, it's actually a solid way to deal damage. In the first C, this fruit is really good for grinding levels. And this fruit also has clicks. Plus, it gives you invulnerability. Regular attacks can't damage you at all. Only enemies with aura or abilities can actually hit you. This NPC doesn't have aura, so it literally can't take off even a single HP from me. That's a big reason why this fruit is so good. Moving on to the second ability. It looks like this. It literally acts like a shotgun. Up close, it takes off a crazy amount of HP. But for me, it is not that much. For some people, it might be a lot. From far away, it does very little. At least for me, it is really low damage. I just wish it dealt a bit more damage. Especially since I have max stats and maximum level on the fruit in Blox Fruits. This is actually very low. But up close though, man, this ability bugs out on me sometimes. Does that happen to you guys too? That's why I could not show it properly. That is one of the downsides. It randomly glitches. But up close, here's how much it actually takes off. You know, if it hadn't glitched out on me just a little bit, it probably would have been even better. But anyway, there you go. It takes off around 3,000 damage. For PvP, it's not great. Usually, if someone has Buddha V2, they'll just spam clicks on you right away. You're not going to be shooting from far off like that. It's basically one little orb that does around 79 HP. Let me check real quick. Yeah, even 76. So against someone with max fruit level, you're only doing about 637 from range. Man, I wish the damage was a lot higher when I was using this fruit back in the first C. That's super low. And even if you're right next to them, by the time you finish shooting, they've already clicked you 3 times or more. The thing is, this ability is pretty slow for PvP. You know what I mean? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times they can hit you. Maybe a couple more if I count it a little slow. All right, let's talk about the third ability on the light fruit. You send out this beam of light. You need to stand in the right position so the beam shoots out and bounces off the reflectors the way you need it to. From a distance, though, this one is honestly not that good. Because the beam bounces off the reflectors and by the time it fully connects, the opponent can already react or just run away. It works really well up close, though. You literally only need 1 reflector, so it is about 1 second. This ability looks really cool and flashy, especially for people who don't know how it actually works. The opponent only has that 1 second to react and get out of the way. That is not much time at all, so I do not think they are dodging it. Either way, in the right hands, this is actually a pretty useful ability. And it can still work from pretty far away if you aim it right. If I aim my mouse roughly back at myself here, the beam reaches all the way to that tree even though I'm standing way back at this position. The best part about this ability is that it hits hard in one go. Then you can quickly follow up with the second or the first. I usually like throwing the first ability right after this one because it fires super fast. Like you can see. Let it cool down and I'll show you. There and there. And then you can shoot the second one after if you want. But that's not the smartest play. All right, and now the last ability on the light fruit. This one is called Skybeam Barrage. It is a strange name, but this move hits really hard and deals a ton of damage. And then the NPC seems like it does not see you. But if I hit him, well, I'll finish him off with clicks. Otherwise, the cooldown will be really long. If you smack him once and immediately pop Skybeam Barrage after that, the NPC acts like he cannot see you at all. I honestly do not understand why that happens. You can also combo it with the second ability. The downside is that while you're casting this move, the opponent can still move around freely. It is a small minus, but you can just follow up with the second ability right after, and it flows really well. I personally like to chain them in this order. The last ability into the third, and then the first one. Because while you're using the last ability, the enemy can still hit you with regular clicks. All right, now let's move on to the flying. The flight on the light fruit can get reflected, and you have basically no control over it, as you can see right here. No matter which way I look, it just keeps flying straight in that same fixed direction, which is pretty unfortunate. But the good news is, once you get light V2, you can actually control the direction properly. The thing is, though, you can only get V2 in the second C. So for everyone still grinding in the first C, good luck. The real heavy leveling and progress only starts once you hit the second C. And especially if you use that 2x experience command, then it becomes much better overall. This flying move is great for running away fast. Like you can see. I don't know why, but sometimes when I'm in a fight, it bugs out and I fly super slow. Like I'm crawling through the air, and that feels terrible. But for escaping, it's still really strong. That's the ability. That's everything I wanted to tell you about the light fruit. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.